You've got a few of your boys in your area, media area, that sort of sit on the fence a little bit. Love the Thatcher strap.
Half of them hate you, half of them love you. If you do that, then you're probably going all right.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, favourite player, well, not favourite player, best player you ever played with?
Wow.
Come on.
Best player I
ever played with?
Peter Carey in local footy. I mean, magnificent. I played with Kernahan as a youngster.
Yeah.
Didn't appreciate him because, we were mates from the, 8 years of age. It was just, he was him. He was no superstar, but obviously was. Gary McIntosh, played a couple of state games with him and just adored playing against him. Just fantastic. None tougher in the caper. An Andrew Jarman, a Sean Wren, a young Mark Prosciutto, a Ben Hart, a Mark Bickley. Cast and just have one game with them. Or I played a game with Malcolm Blight. We played a state game, Woodville Barracan, when I was a kid. Idolised Malcolm Blight. Played one state game at the Wacker and we kicked 30 goals, beat WA by 15. He's kicked 5 goals, 6. Night before he's on the guard. Not sure. I'm sure he stuck one in the morning of the game as well. Goes out and has, as a 32-year-old and has a dozen shots on goal in a state game. Just doesn't get any better than that.
Did you ever play on with Barry Robran, or is it before your?
Nah, just Barry was before me, so he was sort of late 70s, mid to late 70s.
Was it?
Yeah, so missed him. Played against Russell Ebert a couple of times. So sort of just snuck into that old era where we got to play against Ebert and Davies and a couple like that, but missed Robran, arguably the greatest of them all.
Dirtiest player ever played against?
I was lucky enough to play in a couple of games against David Granger, and I was down one end of the ground and he was down the other. I was terrified. I didn't go near him. Walked closely past Robbie Muir one day when he was playing with the Eagles. Said, "G'day, Rob. See you later as well." So no, if I played against somebody scary, I would.
You're out there.
I'll just show you to stand over.
So not true. But
it is true. I'm telling you.
Extraordinarily scary. Change tact. Little Heroes.
Yep.
McGuiness McDermott changed the name. Little Heroes, by the way, I think is an absolute ripper. Straight back to the kids.
Yep.
These kids are absolute heroes, aren't they?
They are. Look, and again, out of something horrible, something great, we think, and the hope is born. And Tony and I had been at the McGuiness McDermott Foundation. We're nearly 15 years, and sort of leaving the Crows as we were back in the mid-90s. This evolved through a chance meeting with a couple of young boys that had cancer and unfortunately died within sort of 12 or 18 months. We were in a good position where we could influence the media, and the foundation was created. Something we're both very proud of. I've always said that it's the best thing we've ever done. But like anything, you put your name to it, you take a little bit of a risk, and you've got to be mindful of the brand, mindful of the product, and for us, the product is the kids and their families. And once you step over the line, compromise it in any way, for me, it's a deal breaker.
There's been a fair bit of rumour, innuendo, I can't even spit out the word as to why you've changed names. Do you want to just set the record straight?
Well, from my perspective, the brand was damaged. I mean, the rumours were around the place, and it become so damaging to the foundation and to the people that we support that we couldn't go along as we were anymore. Couldn't, in respect, be branded and walk alongside or put our name to a Brock's or a Foodland or a Bosch without understanding that there was some collateral damage to their brand. They were experiencing it. I wouldn't be responsible for it. We couldn't be responsible for it. It was unfair. For me, that was a deal breaker. The option was close the doors, wrap it up and say, gee, it's been good, or rebadge, rebrand, and continue to build on, I guess, the good work we'd hoped we'd done in the previous 13, 14, 15 years. Flick the switch, Little Heroes Foundation is born. That's what we are today, and let's hope that's what we are for the next 15 plus years.
And I'm sure you will. Just from our point of view, really glad you've done it. The Brock Group did start to feel a little bit of that. And look, so pleased that you have Chris right behind you, 300%, mate. Well, you've got a big responsibility, fella, because you've got 42Ks to run. Yes, we're running the marathon with you guys. Really looking forward to it too. Started training, just been to the physio for the 58th time this morning.
Well, I'll tell you a little story. My wife ran it last year, so here's your challenge.
Here we go.
We are on record. She'd never run before in her life. 1K, the furthest she'd ever run.
Lovely.
So in the lead up, injections in her knee, injections in her back, wore the little band to get her over the line. 4 hours 45.
Oh, no. She wins. No, she'll win.
4:45.
That's Joe. Very good.
And you know you can't cheat.
No.
Because you're on deer, you're on so that's the challenge.
Joe, fantastic effort. We'll send you this so you can see it.
She's enough for me, fellas.
I'm telling you, that will not be happening. If I break 5 hours, I'd be extraordinarily pleased. I'm an old man, mate. I'm very old.
How old are you?
49.
Okay, well, she got you by a couple of years, but
there you go.
I won't say she is female, so that probably I wouldn't say that.
That makes it tougher. Just a specific program that we're really pleased to be involved with is the care. I'm not sure what you actually call it.
Family support services.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, look, well, traditionally, McGuiness McDermott, certainly in the first 13 years, was very much about bricks and mortar machinery at the Women's and Children's Hospital. We didn't really get into family support, family care, survivorship. Just didn't think it was our domain. But I guess the more we got to learn about the families and understand, I guess, holes in the market, we thought that there was something that I guess the hospital couldn't do and the people and the kids needed. Family support services, survivorship services, probably family care is what we like to call it now, about looking after kids post-treatment. So they've had their treatment and there are a range of issues they deal with. Some can be physical, some can be emotional, some can be mental, with education, with rehab. So we are now trying to fill those holes. We've got a physical programs up that just gets the kids' motor skills functioning. We've got an educational program where if they miss enough school they can get tutored and I guess installed back into the school program, back into the system. And 75%, and this is a damning figure that is talking about collateral damage, 75% of families end in divorce. Kids going through cancer, 75% break up.
The pressure.
Absolutely,
stress,
it is phenomenal. So we are about some counselling services for them, plus some social programs, kids to the footy, concerts, just making them interact, feeling good. I mean, a positive mind does result in a lot of positive outcomes. So that's where we are. That's where a lot of Brock's money's gone to. And I mean, you go and you see what the kids do and how they experience it. I mean, kids now walking upstairs that couldn't walk upstairs, just things that I guess we take for granted that are major hurdles for them to overcome. Art therapy is another one which they're really taking to. So that's where your hard-on's going, fella.
You know what I liked about that last couple of minutes? Your passion, my man, is unbelievable. You had it for footy. The passion you've got for Little Heroes is just unmistakable.
Well, you've got to love what you do. I mean, it's the beauty to be able to love what you do. And it is. And a fortunate position we're in that you can actually do something, and I guess that's the message for me. And what Little Heroes I want to be all about, apart from obviously the help that we can do for kids, is maybe to get to as many athletes, sportsmen and women as I can and say, look, you know, we are in a privileged position. You can make a difference. You can help. You know, one day, 1 week, 1 month, one appearance can raise a lot of money, change, you know, the life of a lot of people. So that's what part of Little Heroes is all about: fundraising, helping kids with cancer and serious illness, but also getting some more athletes on board, getting rid of my face and adding a couple of better looking heads than just mine, fella.
Chris, it's been an absolute delight talking to you. All the very best with both your media career, and I'm sure that'll be a belter, but I think more importantly to you, your Little Heroes. It's a fantastic charity. We're really pleased to be pleased, and I'm just really very glad you joined us on Open House, mate. You're a champion bloke.
Thanks, mate. Don't forget, early November, this man is running New York, so sponsor him if you want to. Laugh at him when he comes home.
Thank you very much for that, and thank you again.
Pleasure.